So this is the spot I was fishing today. If I didn't post this video, you would never even know it. And that's the whole idea. Don't litter, no excuses. We're gonna go fish the Chicago River for common carp. One of the cheapest ways you can fish. I'm just gonna be using corn. And on top of that, it's also one of the biggest fish you can catch. Coming up to the spot. So we're gonna make a left here on Jersey. One. It's right here. All right, guys, we are here. So now I have to grab my beef jerky, homemade, my green tea. And all my rods. There's a little cement discharge here. Wow, a carp just came up right in front of me, guys. I don't know if you saw that or not. That's exactly what we're coming here for today. So let's just say we're starting out with a very, very good sign. Alright guys, so you've opened your can, you've poured your corn out. Now you're gonna take about a handful of corn. Take that, throw it out, let's say, about 10 to 12 feet. Make sure you keep track of where that corn just dropped. You're gonna follow that corn with your eyes because the river's gonna drift it a little bit. And at this point, it's your job to guesstimate about where that corn is gonna land. We're gonna say about right there. All right, so what we're using today, I am using 4-pound test. I don't know why, I'm just a stickler for it. I love it. It's Bass Pro Shop Crappie Max. It's probably the best line I've ever used. I use it for everything. So I'm using 4-pound test, main line, and same as my leader. What you do is you take your slip sinker. You're gonna take that and put it on your main line loosely. You're gonna then take your barrel swivel and tie that right onto your main line. And then you're gonna pull about 6 inches of line down and cut it. Then you're going to take your barrel swivel and switch it around and tie your main line to that other end of the barrel swivel. So now you have at one end of your line your slip sinker, which is called a slip sinker because the sinker slips, allowing the fish not to feel as much resistance, and you can get and feel more bites. So we have the sinker on one end, the barrel swivel, and then we have your line running down that you just tied on. So now it's already pre-rigged, so let me just take this all off. So now we have our size 6 octopus hook, and I've caught fish up to 30 pounds on this size 6 hook when it comes to common carp. They have very soft mouths, so you don't need a huge hook, especially being that once they suck it in and they start to suck the bait back out, a smaller hook is actually more likely to catch the side of their mouth. So we have a size 6 octopus eagle claw laser sharp hook, and then we're going to put on that all in the same direction, which means I'm going to hook all my kernels of corn the same exact way. 2, 3 pieces of corn. Now that you have your presentation, which is going to be your slip sinker rig, and you've determined where you want to cast, which is right where you believe your corn is sitting on the bottom, you're going to simply cast your presentation right on where you believe your corn is, let it settle right on top. Set your line tight so you can see and feel all bites. If you're not going to be around your rod, I strongly urge you to loosen your drag. You will lose rods when it comes to carp. But if you're gonna be by it, you can have your drag set tight enough where you can just set that hook and catch a fish.
Just got a big carp on, guys.
Big carp on here, I think. He's all the way at the bottom. He's all the way at the bottom, guys. Oh my God. I'm starting to wonder if I snagged this fish because it's just barely moving. Just barely moving. Feels so heavy. But I know it's a fish. Very, so heavy. That's why I feel like I snagged it. Oh boy. He's still trying to get me wrapped up down there. It felt way bigger than what it was because it was snagged. It was snagged in its fin right here, as you can see. So the hook must have just landed down when he was feeding, and he happened to swim right past it because it was almost right after I casted. My line just started screaming like I had one on. Very cool. All right, I'll figure out that stuff later. Very nice fish. Trying to see how I can. Very nice fish. I put this fish in the 12 to 13 pound range for sure. Just common carp, man. Just using whole kernel sweet corn. There's not, I mean, there's just, you can't catch a bigger fish so cheaply. Whole kernel sweet corn. And you're catching massive fish like this in Chicago, or anywhere for that matter. Beautiful, beautiful fish. Let's go get him back in the water. We're gonna walk down here to release him. It's a little bit more flat. How cool is that? Ooh, this water is freezing, but it's not frozen. There you go, guys. No excuses. All winter long. River doesn't freeze. Beautiful, beautiful fish. Beautiful fish. That was great, guys. So I had one rod sitting out there for about 10 minutes, and then I ended up casting out one more rod on top of that. Almost as soon as it hit the water, the hook happened to catch the bottom of a fin of the carp. Obviously not on purpose, which just goes to show you how many carp were actually down there, which is exciting. All right, guys, be sure to smash that like button, comment below. Thank you guys very much for watching again, and please subscribe. Happy fishing. See you guys next week. Alright guys, so this is the spot I was fishing today. If I didn't post this video, you would never even know it. And that's the whole idea. Please don't disrespect this beautiful earth. And let's go out there and catch some fish.